evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another weekly Wednesday webinar. It feels good to be back. We had takeoff last Wednesday. Your MC, Eddie Villanueva. Oh, wait, that's me. He wasn't present at last webinar, but we are back and we're very excited for a new topic. Points and perks, rewarding ways to use your visa. As I already mentioned, my name is Eddie Villanueva and the official MC of this weekly Wednesday webinars. And in case you didn't know this is our season 3. So for 3 years, we have been doing this. It feels like we just started this yesterday, and as you can see, the panelist team gets more diverse, it gets more versatile, and we have more experts coming through. So thank you very much for all the attendees this evening. I see a lot of familiar names. If you're a usual viewer, thank you very much for being here with us. And if this is your first time, please relax, get your dinner, get your water, your tea, your coffee, whatever it is, and just be ready to have a great time with us and learning together as well, because at the end of the day, the point of all these webinars is educational purposes.
Yes.
Also, we want to let you know that if you have any questions or any concerns, please make sure that during the presentation or even after the presentation, you can use the chat feature or the Q&A to send all of your concerns, whether it's about the topic that we're going to go over this evening or anything about general, about the credit union. And our commitment is to read every single question at the end live. So you will get the panels in to discuss. They're going to discuss your questions and give you the best answer that we can. Also, after the presentation, you will get the materials. Kerry sends a nice little thank you message after the fact. So thank you very much for that. And it's 6:02. So with that being said, we'll start with introductions. I already say her name, and it's not a particular order, but she's part of the marketing department. So she's part of my team as well. So I want to introduce her first. I want to introduce Kerry Lazar. She's our senior communications manager here at the credit union. All the content that you see or the graphics and 99.9% content that you see on the website, it's by Kerry as well. So Kerry, thank you very much for everything you do. Thank you for setting up these Zoom meetings as well. And thank you for having the attendees engage as well prior the webinar. Also, I want to introduce Miss Shirley Rollins. She is our car service manager. So
good evening, everyone.
That's Shirley for you. You heard her voice. She's a very sweet lady. She's amazing. Every time I see her in the office, she gives me that big Colgate smile. So please make sure that you say on the chat, hi, Shirley, that we're happy to have you here. And, like I say, when we read the questions at the end, if you have very specific questions about Visa or the car services, she'll be gladly to answer those questions as well. And last but not least, Jarnica Trent. She is our membership development specialist. She has come to the team not too long ago, but it seems like she was born for this role. She has been doing presentations live, online. She has been doing pop-up events. Yesterday, we had a pop-up event at the Senate with all the chief of staff. So we were very happy to have Jarnica, and we're so glad that she's here presenting with you all. She's a natural. Sometimes she tells me she's nervous, but honestly, I think that's just a strategy of humbleness because she's very, very organic with her presentations. With that being said, this is panelist team of the evening. And once again, if you have any questions or concerns, please make sure you use the Q&A or the chat feature, and we will be reading all those questions live at the end of Jarnica's presentation. With that, with further ado, Jarnica Trent, our amazing presenter of the evening, please take it away from me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Eddie, for your kind words. And thank you, Shirley, for joining us today. And always, Kerry, thank you for all that you do. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad that you all are here. Today, we're going to be diving into a little bit about what we offer here at the credit union in reference to our cards and in reference to our Smart Rewards Visa card, which is a very popular card of ours. It's a card that it delivers a lot of different powerful value through rewards, lower rates, and it features, a lot of different perks that we're going to speak on today. Whether you already carry a card or you're just kind of curious about what we have, we'll walk through what we have and what we offer and how it can be more beneficial to you. And you can maybe tell a friend or explore a little bit on our website about it. But today we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what our United States Senate Federal Credit Union Visa Smart Rewards credit card offers and how it can help you and your family save some money as well in the long run. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to explore how to earn and redeem points with your card, highlight some limited time promotions that we also will be offering to you all, and take a look into some built-in tools that can help you with your card and protect you for your convenience when you're utilizing your credit card. So let's get this party started, you guys. All right, so first, let's kick things off with a quick review of what the card is. We have a Smart Rewards credit card, what it is, and why so many of our members love this card. It's a very popular card. A lot of our members love it for a lot of features that you guys are going to learn about today. If you don't already know, you're going to learn a lot about the basics of what we offer here with our Smart Rewards card. First of all, this card is built with your financial being in mind. Be mindful that at the credit union, our ultimate goal is to keep our members first and in the forefront. We want to make sure that everything that we are offering our members brings true value to you, and we're not just throwing a product at you that you're not utilizing for your everyday needs. So with that being said, this particular card is going to offer you a low, reliable APR, which is really important if you have balances that you may carry on your credit cards. And it helps you keep that interest cost down while giving you more control over your money. Now, with that being said, obviously, you know, when you have a card, when it comes to fees, things of that nature, we are pretty straightforward. And we're going to talk about this a little bit further on down the road, but this particular card, there's no hidden fees. We're not going to throw a surprise at you in 30 days and say, oh, by the way, there's a quick fee here that we forgot to mention. We have none of that. This is pretty straightforward standard card that will allow you to have a low, reliable APR as well as no hidden fees. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, none of those, because, you know, you can get a card and next thing you know, you have these sneaky fees that may come up. And guess what? With this credit card, you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to keep that in mind when we talk about that later on. And then we have some special reward programs. You know, you can earn rewards on this card by just using it for your everyday spending, which is really popular if you're utilizing this card for gas, groceries. As you all know, with today's economy, the gas prices, the groceries, everything has increased, right? And so if we can find a way to put more money back into our pockets by just using a simple tool that we use every day, it's a no-brainer. Why not? Even better, you can redeem your points online. It's very simple. You can also utilize your mobile banking when doing this, your online banking, or, you know, redeem these things for gift cards, travel points. I mean, it's a whole lot of options that are available to you that we're going to touch base on later on as we go through the presentation today. Outside of that, lastly, you know, with this particular card, we've equipped it to be secure and member friendly with our tools that we offer. You know, we like to make sure that we offer our members an opportunity to have control over their funds, whether that's utilizing your online banking on your laptop, or if you're utilizing your smartphone and convenience when you're out traveling and about, and you want to just have that opportunity to check something really quick on your smartphone. That way you can manage your card with confidence and know that, hey, I can see what's happening in real time at this current moment. So whenever you are, wherever you are, you'll have access to that. So throughout this presentation, we're going to break down each of these benefits and kind of show you how to get the most out of your Smart Rewards Visa. So as you guys can see here, we have a few breakdowns of the type of cards and the average percentage rates that you may see, you know, without different cards. Let's take a moment to talk about one of the most important and often overlooked things when it comes to your credit card features, which is the annual percentage rate, which you may see called APR. So if you didn't know, that APR stands for annual percentage rate. As you can see in this chart that you all have here on your screen, the average credit card annual percentage rate, or APR, in the US during April of 2025 was 24.23%. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a little high for me. And so when you see that interest rate, you're probably like, well, how does that affect me? What does that look like? And why would I want to get a card with that high rate, right? Many of your most common cards, you have different types, obviously. You have your cash back, which you see here at a 24.35%. You have no annual fee cards. They have different variations of cards out here in the market that may be of interest to you. A lot of people you'll see are interested in that cash back option, also interested in that no annual fee, right? Because you want a card that you don't have to necessarily pay for. You want it to work for you, and you don't want to have to pay for it yearly with a high rate. You have some cards out there that have like a $400 annual fee. Some have maybe a $99 annual fee. They tend to vary depending on who offers the card. And some cards are marketed as well as with low interest, as you can see here, averaging about 17%. But if you guys take a look at our card here at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, our Smart Rewards Visa, it's just at 13.50%. I mean, compared to the other cards there, you guys, it's a pretty good rate. And it's quite, it's not often when you see a card that's going to offer you a lot of services and benefits with a low interest rate. So always when you guys are in the market looking at cards, take advantage of looking at the actual APR and doing your homework to see how it's going to benefit you and what that looks like for you in the long run. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter, what that rate is and how it's going to affect your pockets later on down the road. If you look into a lot of these big retail box stores, for me personally, I love Nordstrom's or, Macy's, or if you are into Tag Best Buy or something of that nature, you may see the interest rate that tick up a little bit around the 29%, which is higher than the average. And it's because a lot of those big box stores are popular and people like to shop for those big box things, and you're going to pay for it if you can't pay it back within a certain cycle. So just keep that in mind. Bottom line here is the Smart Rewards Visa offers competitive rates and it helps our members save in the long run. So, keep that in the forefront whenever you're looking for your cards. All right, so here we have credit cards, annual percentage rates matter. So why does that matter? We've already talked a little bit about that, but what you see here is the Smart Rewards Visa stacks up against the national average, right? Let's talk about why the APR really matters in your everyday life. Today, the average credit card annual percentage rate is over 24%. We talked about those big box stores, right? How they're around that 29%, just depends on where you're using it or where you are or who is offering you that particular card. That means for you, carrying a balance, even for just a few months, it can lead you to serious interest and costs. So if you compare that over time with our card at the Rewards Visa, which offers a much, much lower interest rate at 13.5%, there's a big difference there. And if you guys can see here, my little example that's there for you. If you carry a balance of $2,000 over the time of about 6 months, you'll see there that that's going to essentially give you 100 plus with savings if you carry that balance over compared to other cards. So whenever you're out there looking for your cards like that have that 24.23% or something high of that nature, and you compare it to our 13.5, usually those cards that have that higher interest rate, you're going to be paying average about $242 in interest just alone, okay? And compared to our cards, that amount is going to drop significantly. You're going to pay an average of maybe $130 to $135 compared to $242. So that's an average of about $100 that you're going to save over a month's time in reference to interest. So keep that in mind. Again, like we stated earlier, when you're looking at those annual percentage rates, you want to figure out what makes sense to you and what benefits you in the long run. If you know that you can pay that off quickly and you don't have to worry about high rates, then that's totally fine. But if you know that, hey, there's a month or two I may be carrying a balance over, I really want to consider what my rate is going to be and how I can find a way to lower that, right? So that's always going to be at the forefront with our low interest rate on our current card that we do offer. So we talked a little bit about these hidden fees. You guys may have seen where you get something and then a few months later, there's a fee that may sneak up on you. Another reason why our members love this Smart Rewards Visa is honestly, it's straightforward. There's no fees. There's no annual fee. So you're not paying just to have the card, right? There is no balance transfer fee. So if you have fees that are outside or with another institution and you have a higher interest rate and you decide, hey, I want to transfer that money over to a card that has a lower interest rate, such as ours at 13.5%, you're going to save a lot of money on that balance transfer because you're not going to have to pay any additional fees. If you guys do some research and look at some other institutions, you may see that those balance transfer fees may vary and they could be costly. So always make sure you do your research when it comes to those. And unlike many other big name cards, that may be out there, we don't offer cash advance fees, no over the limit fees, and no penalty rate increases, which, nowadays is honestly really uncommon. You're not going to see a lot of that happen too often. So keep that in mind, guys, again, when you all are looking for your cards. I can't over communicate that to you guys because that could truly make or break your current situation. If you're in a financial bind and you're trying to pay down your debt and you have these hidden fees here and there, it's going to make it really complicated and a little bit more harder for you to try to get those balances down, right? Because if you got a fee that just keeps poking at you, it makes you work twice as hard versus finding something that works for you with a lower interest rate at that time. So keep that in mind because life does throw us a quick curveball every now and then, and things do happen. So we just have to be prepared. All right. So we spoke a lot about fees and what the card offers in reference to, how to utilize it, things like that. But let's get a little bit into the fun part of it, right? Rewards. Okay. Everyone loves rewards. Everyone loves to shop. So why not get the best bang for your buck and be able to do both, right? So we're going to shift a little bit in reference to rewards with your every purchase. You're going to earn points. So if you guys see here on the screen, for every dollar spent, you're going to earn 1 point with your Smart Rewards Visa card. Okay. That includes most of your everyday purchases when you choose to use credit at checkout. I have to emphasize that because if you have a debit card, which you see here, the Senate debit card, if you put in your PIN number there, that's not going to qualify for you, okay? You have to physically swipe it and select the credit option. It has to be a point of purchase sale because if you're using your PIN number, it's not going to allow you to take advantage of those cool points. So you have to be really mindful of that when it's time to use either your credit card or debit card. It has to be considered a credit purchase, okay? So with that being said, we're going to break down a little bit about some cool opportunities for you guys to be able to use your rewards and what that's going to look like for you guys. Especially we have the holidays coming up. I know this weekend is Mother's Day. Father's Days are coming up next month. There's a lot of cool grad season is on the way. If you have a graduate that's graduating, congratulations to you. I know that's a huge milestone and accomplishment to all. So there's a lot of things happening. This is the season where everyone is out shopping and spending money, right? But if you can spend money and earn money at the same time, it makes sense to be able to redeem some of those cool points. So if you're hoping to maximize your rewards, you'll want to swipe and tap your card as a credit, like I stated. And when it comes time to redeem, it's going to be super easy for you to do that right on our website. And we're going to touch base on that as well, of how you can do that. And all that's going to be managed right from the convenience of your cell phone or from your laptop if you're utilizing your online banking on your laptop. Okay. So we talked a little bit about this season that's coming up, I just touched base on it, celebrating moms, dads, grads, all the above. Guess what? From May 1st to June 30th, guys, we are offering an amazing promotion where you're going to get 5 times the bonus points, okay? 5 times. That's amazing. So when you're swiping instead of that 1, you're going to get 5 times the points, okay? So you can't beat that, especially during this amazing time of the year. You know you're going to purchase a gift. You're going to do something. So if you're using this card, take advantage of it. The extra points are going to be all yours. It's going to be a great opportunity to boost your rewards just by shopping for the people that you technically were already going to shop for anyway, right? So just keep that in mind. If you're doing that, remember you have to use the credit option, not the PIN number. So if you go to Target and you put in your PIN number there, it's not going to work. You have to use a credit, okay? So keep that in mind. And this promotion excludes things like utilities, cable, streaming services, but everything else is pretty much eligible. Anything that you're physically buying in the store, gas, groceries, you know, the basic things that you use for your everyday living expenses, except those bills that you may see, which would be good if you could, but maybe that's later on down the road. Don't worry, we'll figure that out. But the good news is, you guys, is this is the only bonus that we offer. We run these multiple times a year, you know, so different promotions are going to come up. I highly encourage you guys to check our website, check it out and see what you see there for any future promotions that we may offer, because there's a high chance you may see something else that may pop up that might be beneficial to you. So keep that in mind throughout the year. We're always offering cool promotions where you can earn some cool points additional on top of what you're currently getting. So it pays to keep an eye out on these seasonal promotions that we do offer, and it doesn't change anything with what you currently have. It just gives you an extra boost of what you currently got going on with your points. All right. Now, speaking of points, here are some quick ways of what you can do with your points to earn. You know, you have opportunities to redeem your points to get gift cards, right? I don't know about you guys, but I personally love a good gift card, you know, because it gives me that flexibility to be able to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it on my time. And so having that gift card is going to allow you to know that I have it with me. Very convenient. We also have some cash back here, which, you know, is pretty simple, straightforward. You can't beat that. Merchandise. So if you are looking to redeem your points for like electronics, household goods, apparel, or even travel. You see here, if you like to travel like I do, okay, if you want to get on a quick flight to get you to a nice beach with blue waters, you can use this as well to do that. So you guys, the options are limitless here. I mean, literally, you can go on the site and literally see anything that's there and use your points to redeem and take advantage of that. And you can even get your purchases back for rebates. So we're going to talk a little bit about all those options for you as well, because guess what? There's nothing better than being able to use a card for your everyday purchases and then turn those everyday purchases into additional rewards, such as gift cards or merchandise at your own leisure. I mean, it's a win-win situation. Can't lose with that. So you're probably wondering, how do I do this? Where do I go to redeem? What does that look like, right? Redeeming your points is super easy, guys. It's going to be, if you see here on the slide, you're going to see it's all about being built into our website. If you go right to our website at my.ussfcu.org, you'll see there that you'll click that rewards tab. Okay, and it takes you straight into the rewards portal. Once you get to that rewards portal, from there, you can browse the full catalog. There's literally a whole listing of different opportunities there that are available to you, whether you're looking for the gift cards, cashback, or travel. It's very simple and straightforward, easy way to access. Now, when it comes to accessing that portal that we just discussed, those gift cards that I told you that were my favorite, as you can see, Amazon is on there. I'm addicted to Amazon. I love it. You got Target on there. I mean, you guys, everything that you could probably think of is on the site, because again, This is allowing our members to be able to use things that are convenient to them and utilize for your everyday use, right? These are things that you're going to probably use any time of the year. Amazon, you probably use every day. Gas, you need that to get back and forth to anywhere you want to go. So if you have that gift card that allows you to do that, it's going to help you guys in the long run. So it's going to be a one-stop shop for you to be able to go in there and literally use this portal to redeem your rewards. It's designed to be easy to navigate. It's very member friendly. So you can make the most of your points whenever and wherever you're ready, okay? Now, the cool thing about this here is your gift cards. Once you do use those, the gift cards are going to allow you to be sent via mail, or you can get electronically. You can select that option. So keep that in mind as well when you're using that to get your gift cards. As far as you see, Macy's is on here, Target, Home Depot. If you want to fix up your home, spring is here, summer's coming, you may want a new grill. I know I do. You may want to fix up your deck or anything around your home. The options are limitless there. So keep that in mind. Okay. So for this here, if, gift cards are not your thing, nothing wrong with that. You can always browse and look on that site. That portal, like I said, it has access to everything. There's a huge selection of merchandise available through the Smart Rewards portal. You can redeem your points for, thousands of different popular items. You see here, you have electronics, kitchen gear, fashion, fitness, even pet accessories. I mean, if you have a pet at home and you know that your pet needs an updated bed or a cage or a fan or whatever the case may be, you could possibly find all of that right here through the portal. You can search by category, and once you search by the category, you can add it to a wish list and create that. And here's a cool tip. If you all celebrate the holidays time that's coming down, you can build your wish list for the holiday season and get prepared for that. If your kids may want something and you're redeeming your points throughout the year, you can create this wish list and have your cart already in hand. Or if you have a cool hiding place in your home, you can start purchasing some of these things and put them away for a rainy day for the holiday season and be ready and prepared. That way, when all the madness happens at the end of the year, you're already prepared and ahead of the game, where all you have to do is go into your little hidden closet space and wrap gifts. Easy done. So keep that in mind. That's a little trick for you guys in case you didn't know that you could do that. And again, a lot of these things are free shipping. Many of the items, so, when you do process it, it's going to be free shipping, whether you're shopping for yourself, like I said, or looking for a special gift for someone else. This site's going to allow you to do all of the above. Now, if you're like me and you love to travel, here's what the portal looks like to search for flights from airports. It's just like if you were to use any other special site like bookit.com or anything like that. This portal is going to function very much the same, just like one of those, where you're putting your from and to where you want to go. Most major airlines are there. There are no blackout dates for this, so you can redeem your points with travel when it works for you and how it works for you. So keep that in mind when you're utilizing this portal. You can use for hotels, rental cars, even we're going to talk about like activities, okay? So like if you are on your trip and you're like, I want to go scuba diving, or I want to do something cool with my family, search for it through here, through the portal, and see if there's something on there that you can possibly redeem and save some points with that, because that's going to help you as well. So exploring fun activities at your destination, wherever you want to go. Clearwater, Florida is probably one of my favorite places. I love Tampa. If you are in that area, hello. I think the beaches there are absolutely beautiful. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. So whatever city you're going to, you can get city tours, museums, amusement park tickets, all of the above is going to be available for you here. And guess what? Not only are you going to be able to travel, but you're going to be able to save money while doing so, because if you see here, the fun experiences that you want to use, you can use your points to redeem. And there's things like this picture here is going to show you the Formula One race simulator, which I haven't personally done yet, but I know here in the DC area, there is an actual location that they have a Formula One race simulator experience kind of, and I've heard great things about it if that's something you're into. So you can definitely take a look at this. For just over 7,000 points, you can get this here. So when you see that 7,000 points, that tells me that you need to make sure that you're using your card so that you can accumulate these points and allow you to use it for whatever experience it is that you may be looking to do. The Smart Rewards portal offers you unique ways that you can use your points beyond flights and hotels. You know, it's a great way to enhance your vacation without dipping into your travel budget, if you look at it from that perspective. All right, so we're going to be talking about here is our payout rewards, right? With your payout rewards, you're probably like, okay, I spent all my money on my card. How am I going to get this money back to me? And the cool thing about this is there's two different ways, right? First, you can opt for direct deposit. If you see here, the direct deposit, you can redeem your points for cash, or you can have it deposited straight into your United States Senate Federal Credit Union account, which is going to be awesome because it's going to go literally from your portal straight to your account. Can't beat that. It's a quick and flexible way to turn your rewards into real spending power. This is going to be your money that's yours that you've earned by just shopping, spending for your everyday usage that you've accumulated over time. And now you're going to be able to take advantage of those rewards. Another option is you can use this for purchase rebates, right? A purchase rebate is a great option if you recently made like a big purchase, like if you purchased something for your brand new home or anything like that, that was a large purchase of yours. You can apply those points to get reimbursed for something that you've already bought using your Smart Rewards card. So these options are ideal when you want flexibility or, you know, just a little extra breathing room in your budget, you know, because again, life happens to all of us. And sometimes having that extra moment of extra few dollars is going to take you a long way. All right. And speaking of the direct deposit option, as you can see here, here's a closer look of what it looks like and how it works. So this example that you guys see here on your screen is 7,143 points. It's going to accrue to about $50. So this kind of allows you to gauge how many points you're going to need to redeem how much you want to turn that into physical money. So if you know you need $50, this is going to be the average amount of points that you're going to want to work towards. So you can always monitor and gauge your points and see exactly where it is. And if you know, hey, I want to maybe make this $50 into $100, then you know you're going to have to double these points. And essentially that means using your card more often. Maybe if you're using it once a month or 2 or 3 times a month, you may want to pick that up to use it maybe 4, 5, or 6 times a month. That way you can get some cool more points so you can get that money right back. And you can put that money into your account and help it pay down your credit card. So it kind of works in full circle. You know, that $50 can now go to your account and you can add it back to your card and use that over again. So it could work for you in several different ways. It's just a matter about how you plan to utilize it. With the purchase rebate, okay, you can redeem your points to get reimbursed for purchases that you know you've already made, as long as they qualify. Okay, so some things may not, some things do qualify, but the best part is no documentation is required. This is especially helpful for members who, you know, book their own travel, flights, or hotels. If you know you just went on a big trip and you want to look into that process to get a purchase rebate, this is going to be a cool way to do it without going through, you know, any additional partner portals or other websites. You know, you can still redeem points for those expenses retroactively. So essentially, this money that you've purchased for whether it's a flight or a hotel, flights nowadays are kind of pricey. So if you purchase a flight, you can take that and use it as a rebate, okay? And to redeem that, all you will have to do is log into your online banking. You're going to click the Smart Rewards tab. Then you're going to choose the payout options and then select the purchase rebate, okay? And then it's going to allow you to see the list of eligible transactions that are going to be available to you for those qualifying purchases. So they're going to populate right then and there. And from there, you're simply going to check the box next to the purchase that you want to apply for and hit the apply button. Okay. And then once you hit that apply button, you're going to confirm your name and the account that you'd like the money to go into or be deposited into, and typically your savings or checking account. And after that, you're going to agree to the terms that you see here on your screen, and then it's going to ask you to hit confirm. It's very simple. It's going to ask you to confirm because we just want to make sure that you are aware of what you're doing and that you are redeeming your purchase for whatever it is that you may be redeeming for. So your rebate will be processed as an ACH deposit, and you can usually expect that to be deposited into your account within a few business days. So it won't be the next day. It can take up to 3 or 4 business days. It just depends on the processing, okay? So the cool thing about your current card, and we're going to talk about like your mobile wallet and compatibility, but before we get to that, we're going to discuss the built-in security in reference to how to take charge of your card. You know, we've covered how easy and how flexible it is to earn and redeem rewards, but let's talk about how powerful the features are, you know, that you put you in control of your card, you know, as far as security, because nowadays there's so much fraud and crazy things that are happening out there. We want to make sure that everything that you do here with us at the credit union is going to benefit you and be security for you as well, because we don't want you out there just not being secured, obviously, but we are a bank and we want to make sure we put our members first. So with our built-in card management tools, as you guys can see here, you take charge of your card at any time. You know, you can set up alerts, you can define spending limits. So, you know, setting up those alerts for me is very beneficial because it allows me to know what's being purchased and when. And if I know that, hey, I didn't do that, that wasn't me, I wasn't in Mexico. I wish I was in Mexico, but I'm not. So therefore, I know that's not me, and I need to contact my institution right away. And you all will contact us and let us know. But again, having those alerts and those cool features on your phone is going to allow you to be able to have that sense of security with you at all times. And it also offers you a peace of mind knowing that you can instantly turn your your card on or off if needed, you know. So let's say you may have lost your wallet somewhere, and I know you've seen this when you're like, oh, I need to freeze my card really quick to make sure that no one's out there having a shopping spree with my card because, hey, I need my money. So you have that cool feature right there on your smartphone. That's why we always encourage you to download that app on your smartphone. You can turn that on and off whenever you see fit. And these tools make managing your card very easy, and honestly, it's allows you to have a true peace of mind knowing that you have that access. You can also create custom account transaction alerts, so you know, like push or text or email that could come right to you. The alerts are really helpful when you're traveling, like we just talked about, traveling out of the country, especially if you are a big traveler. Having those alerts are going to help you manage your card, and it's going to allow you to do that in a fast way on your time. Card management is also going to make it easy to activate. If you get a new card, the new card you will be allowed to activate right there with your mobile app. You can report it lost or stolen, or even manage, you know, where or when your card can be used. And it's always going to be from the convenience of your phone, online, or mobile banking. So remember, you guys, you want to regularly check your accounts every day. For me, I get up and I just make sure that I was peacefully dreaming, that no one did some craziness in my accounts, you know, and I just want to make sure it's kind of a habit of mine now. So just quick check and just make sure, because what you may experience is hackers come throughout the day, middle night, they may be in another country. While you're asleep, they're up ready taking your money or doing whatever they do best. And you want to make sure that you are aware when you wake up. You don't want the whole day to go by and you finally look at your account and realize that you've been scammed or hacked or anything crazy like that. And we don't want to wish that on anyone. So do your part. Remember to check your accounts regularly for any unauthorized transactions, and allow us to be able to help you if anything like that does happen. That's what we're here for. So in reference to, you know, compatibility and convenience of banking, fast, secure, and contactless checkout. I know you guys seen it when you use your card, especially tap and go feature is very popular. You can add this card or debit card, it's a credit or debit card, to your Apple Pay, your Google Wallet, or if you have Samsung Pay. All of these are cool features that allow you to have your card ready and available to you on your smartphone on the go. So if you don't have your physical wallet, you can utilize your smartphone to tap and go feature. It's a very popular thing. I love it myself because sometimes I don't carry my wallet or physical card with me, but it's always on my phone. So it allows me to be able to tap and go to whatever locations that may accept that. And so if you are unaware of how to do that, it's very simple. You're simply going to just add it to, if you have the wallet on your phone, you're going to launch that app, add your card. It's going to ask you to insert your card information, or some of them allow you to kind of scan the card where it reads it for you. You're going to follow those instructions. And once your card has been added, you'll complete the link. It's a verification process that you'll use with us here at the credit union. And then you're all set from there. It's a safer way to pay, If you're at the gas pump like me, and if you ever experience putting your PIN number there and you're aware of those skimmers or little weird things when you tap your card there, sometimes it can be a little sketchy. So if you have that tap and go, it kind of helps you get in and out of a quicker process versus you sticking your card in, hoping that it's not a skimmer, and pulling it out and then putting in your PIN. It's a longer process. The tap and go kind of allows it to be more convenient and contactless for you. So something to think about, safer way to pay, where your card number is never stored on your actual device, but it's more so or with merchants, but it's more so in your protected mobile wallet. So always keep that in mind, especially if you're out and about and traveling. Now, when it comes to travel, we have a lot of different ways that you can use your card. We offer no fees at our ATMs. So when you're out and about, if you are traveling, the convenience matters, right? If you have access, if you guys see here on your screen, some of these big box banks, look at Bank of America, you got 16,000 ATMs. And if you look over and you say, yes, we have double that, right? More than double that, because we partner with a lot of amazing different ATM services that are basically one step away. If you're at a CVS or Walgreens, these are all places that are convenient to our members. There's one of these on every corner somewhere, wherever you are, whether you are internal or whether you are traveling anywhere out of the country, you can find somewhere where there is an ATM that's going to allow you to use this services for free, which is going to be very convenient for you. And the amazing way to find out when you're traveling where you can find these ATMs, you guys, is going to be on our website. And you're simply going to type in the zip code of where you're going or where you are currently, and it's going to pull up the closest and nearby selections for you that will allow you to use the ATMs there free of charge without being charged any additional fees, okay? So you're going to keep that in mind when you guys are traveling and using your cards. So your Smart Rewards Visa, it's not just a reward, it's going to protect you as well. So let's start with extended warranty coverage. What does that look like? What is it, right? When you use your card to pay for qualifying purchases in full, especially things like electronics and large appliances, it's automatically going to extend the original manufacturer's warranty. So if you purchase a new refrigerator or new washer and dryer and it has, I don't know, what, 30, 60, 90-day warranty, we're going to automatically extend that warranty with your card if you use it, okay? Which is going to be a great way to avoid surprise repairs or anything that may happen to replace the cost later on down the road. So if you have any questions about these benefits, you guys feel free to give us a call directly at our Care Benefit Services. There's a website as well. So the phone number is going to be 1-800-882-8057, or you can visit our website, their website at cardbenefitservices.com. And they'll be able to give you some more clarity and provide some more information on exactly how that works and how that benefit can help you in the long run. So if you ever run into trouble, also with a flat tire, you have Visa Roadside Dispatch, which is really awesome. This offers if you have like a flat tire or a dead battery for any reason, or, things happen. We are moving really fast and may lock your keys in the car. You guys have access to roadside dispatch. You cannot beat that because all of these things, are going to happen to you once in your lifetime, unless you're a perfect human, of course, and nothing happens to you. Good job. But for us regular people, especially for me, leaving my keys is a thing. So I know roadside assistance is my best friend sometimes. So just keep that in mind when you have this card here as well. And for travel and emergency assistance, these services connect you with medical, legal, or, emergency help when you're far away from your home. So if you're not local and you need some assistance when you're out and about traveling, it's available 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. And you can reach them with the support line. That line number is going to be 1-800-992-6029. And we will drop these in the chat if anyone has any questions about these. And you can also check them out through our website as well. Our website is going to be your best friend. So make sure you take advantage of those. Now, I know you've heard a lot of amazing things about these cards, about our Smart Rewards Visa, and you're probably like, I need me one because I don't have one. And guess what? Good news for you is that you can always apply right from our website. If you go right to our website, United States Senate Federal Credit Union, you can go right there and select apply for a loan. Under that, it's going to give you the option to apply for a credit card. And then you're going to submit a quick application that's going to allow you to input all your information in, and it's going to come right to our back office where we have amazing people who are going to help with your application, review it, and get you selected for a card if you are approved. Again, this is honestly one of the best cards on the market. If you guys are out there and you're doing your research and you're looking for a card, please, please, please do a thorough check. Make sure you guys are reevaluating all of the ins and outs of what a card offers, the benefits, the APR, all the things in one package, and see what really works best for you. Because if you're just looking for a card just to have one and it doesn't really work for you, you're losing value. Right? It's not making sense. It doesn't really benefit you at all because it's just a card that you're just using. You're not getting anything back from it. You may have an annual percentage, high annual percentage rate, or you may have an annual fee that's attached to that, right? There's a lot of ways that you can put money back into your pockets, and having a Smart Rewards Visa is going to be one of them because you're going to put money back into your pocket more than one way. So keep in mind when you're looking for a new card, especially as we're approaching different seasons of the year. You have holiday seasons that's going to be coming up later on down the year. And then you have obviously this special season of celebration where you have moms, dads, and grads all in one. So be thoughtful when you're selecting. And again, if you have questions about what that is, we are always here to help you with that. Okay. Now, as a new card holder, if you're not already a card holder, this is why this is a great time to apply. Because guess what? As a new card holder, we're offering 25,000. You read that right. 25,000 bonus points just for opening a Smart Rewards Visa. Okay. And all you have to do is make 5 purchases, okay, by July 31st. What's today's date? Today's May 7th. By July 31st, you should have quadruple, more than 5 purchases made by then, because 5 purchases is very easy. There's no limit to that. So 5 purchases could be a limit of different things, right? So these bonus points are worth over $250 and can be redeemed for gift cards, travel, cash back, merchandise, a little bit of everything, okay? There's no complicated steps to this. Just use your card 5 times and the bonus will be automatically added to your rewards balance, you guys. So this is really simple, straightforward, no hidden fees like we talked about earlier. It's pretty straightforward. And again, the best way you're going to take advantage of this is to apply through our website at ussfcu.org/smart rewards and take advantage of this limited time offer. It is limited. It's not full time. So if you are interested, please let us know. And again, you can visit our website to take advantage of this amazing bonus offer. You cannot beat this. Okay, guys? And I hope that with this, you guys learned a lot about what this card entails, how it can benefit you, and what we can do to help you with this moving forward. Again, our team is happy to make sure that we put you in the position to win financially all around. And that includes saving money when it comes to your financial needs and your wellness. So again, it was a pleasure speaking to you guys today. If you have any other questions, we are always here to help you. Thank you for listening, and you guys have a great, great evening. And I'll let Eddie and Miss Shirley, I'm sorry. If anyone has questions, I have Miss Shirley here as well, who is in our cards department. She's a manager there. And if you have any questions or any thoughts, she's here to help as well to answer any of your quick questions.
As mentioned at the beginning, Jarnika is a natural, and she did her thing this evening. So thank you very much. We appreciate you for all that great information. And it's one of those things that when you think you know it all, then you learn more, So it's so exciting that, we were learning together. The panelist team, I know each one of us learned something new. And then, of course, the attendees, we appreciate you for being here and for all the engagement. I know Carrie was very busy engaging in the comments, so we appreciate you. And Mr. Joel, you're one of our usual, so we appreciate all the comments, all the questions as well, and all the curiosities that you were bringing up. So thank you very much for that. Also, in case you want to know about how to redeem your points, how to make the best out of your points, you should talk to Carrie, because she's very proud of how much she uses her credit card and all the points that she has been redeeming and all the great things that she's getting. So another testimony to speak about the Visa credit card is that one of our colleagues, she works with business development. She was telling us how she was using her credit card, and she was paying it off, and getting these points and all, and she was able to travel to Europe to see her son for free, because all the points that she had, she was able to redeem, for travel. And if you want to talk about travel, ask Jarnika. She's always in different zip codes, in different area codes and all of that. So what we want to tell you with this is that we just don't, promote the Visa because we think it's a great product. We also utilize the Visa internally as well to show you that it makes sense to apply. And who doesn't want to get 25,000 points, right off the bat, even though that's like pocket change for Carrie. She has more than 25 points at this point. I think she's like hitting like 100K or 200. But we're so excited once again that each one of you joined us. We do have a couple questions. One of the first questions that I wanted to ask, whether it's for that anyone on the panelist team, do the reward points have an expiration date or any restrictions, or on how they can be used? That's the first question that we have.
The rewards points do have an expiration date. It's 3 years.
All right. So I think in 3 years you can, make up your mind, see what
Yeah.
country you want to visit or what gift card you want to get. So that's
Right.
great. And then another question, from the same anonymous user, it says, can reward points be transferred or combined with other loyalty programs or cards?
No. No. Only
Perfect.
here. Yeah. No. So
And then
I'm assuming that when they're saying with other cards, outside cards.
no, I think what they're referring to, because after you say that, they send a follow-up comment. They're saying that if, let's say, for example, they have a credit card and then their spouse have a credit card, can they combine both of those points, or do
Oh
they
no,
have
they're
individual
separate.
points?
They're separate.
Separate.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The points you earn with your debit card, though, do combine with the points you earn
Points.
with your smart rate or rewards.
So imagine you're not just getting points for each time you use your credit card. Let's say one day you forget your credit card. You're like, you know what? I want to use cash today. Also known as your debit card. Hey, let me use the debit card,
Yeah.
and you can
And
earn
then your
points that
credit.
way.
Yep.
Exactly. You can
Yep.
earn points as well.
And a
Uh,
lot of people don't know that they're earning points with their debit card, regardless if they have a Smart Rewards card or not. So if you don't
Hmm.
have a Smart Rewards card, but you do have a Senate debit card, if you log into the portal and check it out, you might have some points.
Right. Exactly.
and that's a great segue
A
for,
lot of people forget it. A lot of people forget about it. Yep.
and I think that's a great thing that Kerry mentioned. Because the next question was, let me see what it was. Oh, here. What tools or apps are available to help users track and redeem their reward points easily? And I think that's the portal that you're mentioning, correct, Kerry?
Yep, the
When you go
portal.
to yeah, to the platform. Yeah, the rewards platform. Yep.
I've never used it, but I also like the Redemption Center, like they have a phone line
They
and
do.
everybody talk like that I've heard use the phone service that they're
Hmm.
really friendly over there. So
Yeah.
you can manage your points by phone if you don't want to do it through online banking.
Right, through the reward center. So I think that we have that on our website,
Mhm.
but the number is 855-854-5493 is the reward center. And they're very helpful. They'll help walk you through. You can talk about the points that you have. They'll have suggestions. So they're really friendly.
And they want you to spend your points, honestly, because
Yeah.
if you're earning those points, they want to make sure that you're utilizing them.
Yeah.
Best believe that. What's the number again? 855
It's
854
855-854-5493.
855 854 8953, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's
All
right
right.
in the name.
See,
Yeah.
I already got it.
You got it
It
up.
rolls in the tongue. It rolls in the tongue. And then Carrie, I know you mentioned something when Mr. Joel was asking about what's a point worth. I believe it's based on what you're spending, what you're redeeming, correct? So every single item that you might spend, might have different values, correct?
I think so. And
Yes.
Shirley, correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe I misspoke when I said the purchase rebate because that's just personally what I use it for, gives the best value. But Star, one of our colleagues, she uses it for travel and like cruises in particular. That might be the best dollar to point conversion.
What I would do, I mean, for me, I would go out to the site and play around. The best thing is to do is to go out to the site, play around in there, and see what you would get the best value. I mean, us and whom, somebody else that does it, it might be best for them, but it might not be best for you. So the best thing that I would suggest is to go out to the site and just plug it in and see what you come up with, or call the reward center and plug it in, and let them do it, and then they could tell you.
And like Miss Shirley was saying, we all have different needs. We all different have wants as well. So
Right.
perhaps traveling is one of your priorities. Like Jernica, she is going from island to island. She's going different places. But maybe somebody like Carrie, she was like, you know what, I need the cash because my son needs new
Right.
shoes. He's looking for the next new sneakers. So it's
Right.
one of those things that whatever your priorities are, or perhaps you're like, you know what, the holidays are approaching, or like an anniversary. You know what? Let me give my wife or my husband or my partner, whatever it is, like a nice little gift card. Maybe we can get a gift card to go eat like Fogo de Chao or something like that. I'm not promoting it, but they got great food. But it's one of those things that is whatever your needs are. So like Miss Shirley was saying, just go to the website, check what they have, what makes
Mm-hmm.
sense for you. And let's say, for example, let's say you have, just hypothetically speaking, let's say you have so much points, let's say 20,000 points, and you're like, you know what, I don't really feel like getting anything. You can keep accumulating so you get to the next level of points to get like maybe a bigger reward for yourself. And it doesn't hurt to spoil yourself. Like I know the panelists team, they're always spoiling themselves. So I spoil myself as well. So why not, as our member, spoil yourself as well. One
It's
question that
always good to spoil yourself, okay? Once in a
yes, it
while.
is. Yes, it is. It's therapeutic, they say. So
Yes.
we love that. One question I did get while I was talking is how quickly are reward points credited to the account after a purchase?
They're right. Then as soon as you make the purchase, send it post to the account and you'll see the points. Yep.
And then is there a limit to how many points can be earned in a month or year?
No, no,
I
no.
think I think
With
Kerry
our
can answer that.
promotion now, with our promo that we're doing now, you're limited to 100,000, but no, there's no cap or anything, how many points you can earn. No.
And Miss Shirley, what happens to the reward points if the card is closed or inactive for a long period?
Well, we would have to, as long as they're not up on the 3-year expiration date, if the account is, yeah, if the account is closed and are you getting a new card? Is it closed because it was lost, stolen, fraud, or something like that? Are we talking about that?
Yes, yes. So
Then
let's say,
we would have to move the points. We would move them over to your new card. Yep.
so
When that happened to me, though, it did it automatically. I didn't have
Yeah.
to do anything.
But some people it didn't. So either way, those points would be moved over. We would get those moved over.
so I guess it's just based on case scenario to see like
Right.
so why the card was inactive. Maybe they were not using it. That's a different story. But
Yeah.
or like you're saying, if it's fraud, like
Fraud or something like that, they
it
won't move. So we would have to automatically do a manual adjustment.
adjustment. Perfect.
Mhm.
And then last but not least, here at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, we care about our members, but we also care about our communities as well. We care about helping, doing like end of year donations, giving back to the community as well with charity work and volunteering as well. Can points be donated to charities or used for social impact initiatives through the rewards program? Do you know if that's an option that, let's say, for example, you know what? I have all these points and I don't really have any to buy anything. Can I donate this to a charity specifically? Is that an option?
They have a charitable donation on there. Yeah, I think we have a charitable no. I think that was just that. I'll have to check into that one. Let me check into that one. But I do think we do have one for charities.
And I would say to that, if even if we don't have one, Shirley, you might be right, but maybe you can get like a gift card and
You
maybe
can use
donate
it.
the gift card to
That's
the
true.
charity.
Yep, you're right. That's true.
So, once Jarnika has trouble all over the world, she doesn't know where to go. And when she has like 300,000 plus points and she doesn't know what to do with them, then, charity donations would be a great option. So girls, keep that in mind as well. And then
What?
do you still earn points with mobile wallet purchases, or do they need to physically use their debit card and I mean their credit card, I'm sorry, or wallet purchases qualify for points as well?
Yeah, those will qualify as well. It's a purchase. Yes.
As long as it's a purchase, correct? So if I'm paying my
I'm not putting
bill,
a pin on
that
that.
wouldn't count as a qualifying purchase, correct?
Yes.
All right, perfect. I think that's all the questions that I have. Gary, I know you want to make a comment.
Oh no, there
Sure.
was stuff you could see it all over my face. There were a couple of questions in the chat. So are there any special qualifications for this card or requirements to qualify? I mean, sure,
You
I mean,
just
if
have to
you're
be a
applying
member.
for the loan, right? Just to be a member. I think that's applying for a card.
yeah, to get the
Yeah.
card, like I know,
It would have the
credit
usual
check,
requirement. Yeah,
whatnot.
the usual requirements when you're applying for a loan will be the same thing.
So credit check and
Yep.
whatever else,
Yep.
and membership, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
And then I answered in the chat, but just in case, for the 5 purchases to qualify for the 25,000 bonus points, it's 5 purchases to require, but those purchases could be $1. They
Mm-hmm.
could be $500. That's not a minimum dollar amount for those. What credit bureau do we use?
That's a loan side question. I want to say we use
It's experience.
Equifax. Is it Equifax or that's on the loan side. So I'm not sure if it's Equifax or TransUnion or Experian. I don't know which one we use actually. That's on the loan side.
Okay, so well, I can ask
We
Angie.
can get their information and find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll ask that.
Is it a
The
hard
hard
pull?
pull. Yeah. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure it's a hard pull. Yes, just like if you were applying for a loan, it would be the same thing.
So some cards I feel like when I get the advertisements in the mail, the interest rate is based on credit qualifications, but that's not the case with this card, I feel like. Is that wrong? I feel like once if you qualify for the card, you get the rate that it is, which is 13.5%.
That's a loan side question. That probably would be for the loan side.
Everybody gets 13.5%,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Until
don't,
it changes, then everybody's changes.
right. Well, other institutions, it depends on what your credit is. If it's a low score, you're getting a high rate, all of
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
yeah,
But
yeah.
ours is
But
if you
ours is
qualify for the card, you're getting 13.5%.
right.
Um, one thing I didn't mention on here, Shirley, that I think you could speak to, from the cardholder benefits, like the travel protections, the auto
Hmm.
collision damage protection, that
Right.
wasn't on here, but I personally was saved for by that. I rented a Tesla. Well, I didn't mean to rent a Tesla, and then I crashed it in the parking garage at one of our events. And since I put it on my Visa, I didn't have to pay. That's a thing, right?
You put it, so you use your Visa, our
Yep.
Visa here. We have the benefit. You had insurance, you have insurance. And did you call them?
Yeah. Well, I had to call them. Yeah. They were trying to bill me Geico like my more than what Geico was only going to cover $500 of it, and they wanted fee the rental car was trying to charge me a
Charge you.
fee for one for it being an electric car, then also for it being off the lot. Basically, it seemed like $1,300 I didn't have to pay out of pocket, which was nice.
Yes, that's a really nice, yeah, it's a nice benefit. Yeah. Wow. Gracious.
Um, and then sorry, one more question. I
Nice
see
testimony, Carrie.
Yeah.
framed as a
Gracious.
question. Um, so 13.5% only if they carry a balance. I think it's whether you carry the balance or not, right? But you wouldn't get charged a percentage if
Right,
you didn't
right.
have a
You wouldn't get
balance.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, if you pay it off, then you don't
You
have to
don't
worry
owe
about it.
anything. Right. Just like any other credit card, except for
Mhm.
our rate is lower.
And then just to mention, thank you for bringing up Mr. Mears, the topic of the rates. We just want to let you know that here at the credit union, the most that we can, put as high the rates for any of our products is 18%. So we cannot do higher than that. Some other, institutions do outrageous rates when it comes to, their loans. Especially somebody who has like perhaps like a okay credit or they're trying to build credit or whatever. Sometimes you see these offers like, oh, open a credit card for the first 60 days, no APR or no rates. And then after that it's like 23, 25, even 30% I seen. But here at the credit union, our commitment is always to do the best service for our, members. And 18% is the cap for us to go as high as 18%. So that's something to consider when you're looking for your next loan or anything like that. And best believe that we are always going to give you the best rate that's out there. That's a true testimony. We're not saying that just because we're here in the credit union. It's because our rates are very competitive compared to other financial organizations. And then Mr. Mears is asking the panelists, what are we gonna do with all the overtime we're getting? So I think I'm gonna
That's
have a good
what
sleep. I'm gonna have a good sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
I saw that. I was kind of saying, yeah, that's true.
We don't get overtime in
I
cash.
don't
We get
get
our overtimes paid in points.
it.
So we're earning cash reward points as we speak, Mr. Joel.
Yeah, yeah,
With
that's
that
what's
being said,
happening.
thank you everybody for being here with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. I know we're like a little bit past 7, but those questions were amazing, and we want to make sure that we answer all of them. Amazing questions. Ms. Shirley, thank you very much for being here with us. We appreciate your expertise and giving us that side of the visa department, what goes in your department, how you can, help our members as well. And of course, like you were emphasizing, please, if you have reward points, give a call to the number that we provided earlier. and which is 855-854-4593 for those reward points. So Miss Shirley, thank you very much. Every time you're here, it's a delight to have you. That Colgate smile that I was talking about, it came out tonight as well, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Darnika, thank you very much for that great presentation. Thank you for sharing all that knowledge that you have, for giving us that, those testimonies about, how you have been to other countries and you can, take advantage of your reward points. So thank you very much for that as well. And last but not least, Carrie Lazar, we appreciate all you do. Thank you very much for the graphics, the content. As you can see, everything that we do here is organic. We're live. This is not recording. Well, some people will look at it on YouTube and then it will be recorded. But when we do it live, it's happening. And it's just, regular people trying to do our best to serve our members as well. So next Wednesday, 6 p.m., Safeguarding Senior Finances, a Familiar Affair. So please make sure that you join us at the same time in the at the same channel at the same time. But once again, thank you very much to our panelist team and to our weekly Wednesday webinar team for all the great job that you all do. With that being said, have a great night and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.